All right. Hello. Let's make sure this is working. It is working. Hello, Kick. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. We are back again. All right. Got that turned down. Let's jump into some Pac. Some last Epoch. Just getting these chat windows all situated. Okay. What should we work on? I can work with the cold resistance. Yeah, let's actually get our endurance handled. Oh, jeez. Oh, good night. Good old-fashioned. Man, dude. I haven't played this character in forever. It's got all the old mods on here. Get a load of this, chat. Look at all these old mods. Look at this. Enemies deal 29% increased damage and have 480% increased critical strike chance. Enemies have a 94% chance to apply mark for death. No. Let's get rid of this. Okay. So we took these, so that's just more damage. Hey, what up, Air Dragon? This is definitely more damage. This is more quality of life. Yeah, this is more quality of life with the movement speed. I could also... Let's see what this looks like. Okay, yeah. We can we can sustain it. Oh, it's giving us void. Okay, cool. So then we could put those points into movement speed. I also kind of want to take a couple points in Molten Path. I mean, it is a multiplicative bonus. So, I mean, this is definitely damage right here. All the damage all the time, no need to survive, they're all dead. That's true. I'm going to put that right there. Okay, so that's going to be 3 points. Now, one way I could really juice this is if I drop this, which is actually helping me out. Helping me out a ton. It's my one source of apply frailty. But I could use Nihilus. Get a nice fat +2. This is actually a pretty nice amulet for this build. This, we came up nice on this. I was hoping that instead of going to Void Resistance, it would keep channeling it into all. Well, late join, have to go do stuff for the kids' lunch. No problem, Air Dragon. See you when you can make it back. I'm hoping that we can get one more level into all resistance while channeling. I mean, so what's that going to be? +10 melee fire damage? No, let's go for ease of life. Let's go for ease of life and then put like a point here. Or actually, no. Yeah, let's put a point into Winds of Justice. So I have valued movement speed with something like Light of Raye, but I do. I mean, it's nice. 96% increased fire damage, but you get so much health from these. I wanted to get all the leech I could. Man, do I even have... Yeah, sure. Let's throw that in there. What? Oh, okay. Oh, hey, what up, Tilleron? Oh, nothing much. Just trying out Fire Warpath, man. My dude's gonna get dizzy. It's been a long time since I played this. This is actually, I think, my first build I ever did in last Epoch was a Fire Warpath Paladin. If you're gonna spew into this. Yeah, holds up container. Hey, so what you been playing, Toron? I actually got back into World of Warships. They always seem to bring me back during the Christmas time events. You know, those Santa containers, man. They're they're nice. Also, a dude from work. I'm not gonna say his name, but we went to the pub with him on Father's Day, if you remember. You haven't been playing much lately. Lots going on with work. Gotcha. Yeah. If you remember the guy I brought with us to the pub that one time. Yeah. So he was looking for a new game to play, and I told him about World of Warships. He's now hooked, man. He's hooked. He's in. He's in like Flynn. He's just blasting. The other day, he and I just like jumped in. He was on a cruiser, I was on a battleship, and we won like 6 games in a row. Yeah. Excellent. That reminds me to go to Steam and check for updates. Yeah, sure. Glacy Bear, thank you for the follow. Hey man, glad to see somebody actually playing Last Epoch. Yeah, man. I love the game. I love the game. I'm just keeping it locked. I kind of don't blame people though. Like, you know, they announced that the next update's coming out in April, so people are checking out other stuff. But I'm trying to keep it real. This game's been very good to me. The community's been very good to me. So, trying to keep it locked. Trying to pump out more builds, more guides. Next update in April. Yeah. So it's considering the last update was in July. I mean, technically August. Or was that September? When they did the little event, they didn't really add much. They just reset the cycle. I feel like EHG's being a little timid. They don't want to be trying to go toe to toe with like Path of Exile 2 and everything right now. I'm just hoping that with all the updates that they're bringing, it's supposed to be substantial. So I'm just hoping that with everything they bring, all the new quality of life, getting on top of the bug fixes, that sort of thing, that they can then just stay on top of it with a more, you know, a better cadence. That's the word. Better cadence of content delivery. Smart move on their behalf? Yeah, I don't blame them. You know, so I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm trying to keep the lights on for EHG. Trying to answer questions for anybody. There's actually been a number of people who tried out Path of Exile 2 and they're like, you know what? I'm going to put a pin in it and I'm going to go check out Last Epoch because last time I played was such and such. You know, that sort of thing. Or some people got the game and never really did anything with it. Now they're coming back. Holidays are here. They need to fix performance issues. Yeah, they're trying to get on top of all that. Yeah, unless you're running like a rig like mine. I got a 4080 Super. I used to run a 6700 XT, and I noticed like after I got the 4080 Super, which is a card that most people should probably not be getting. I mean, it's very expensive. And I noticed after I got that card, a lot of my performance issues started not being very apparent. But I'm like, dude, look at the amount of just like hardware I threw at it to fix the issues. That shouldn't be the case. The game should be better balanced. And still, even then, like higher corruption, like you said, I was running some Bleed Hammered in yesterday at 1000 corruption. And there was a few times I'd run into a big pack, all those hammers swirling around. I would get some frame rate issues. Yeah, you got a 7700 XT and you still get huge stutters. Dude, I just looked up your card. Yeah. Let alone with mod packs and my game goes into 30. Yeah, and a 7700 XT is a beastie card. That should be more than enough. Yeah, I guess that's... I mean, I've only tried this game on 2 cars. The 6700 XT and the 4080 Super. Obviously, that's a very high... The 4080 Super is a very high-end card. On the NVIDIA side, so to speak. And, the 6700 XT, man, that card was no slouch, dude. Like, I love that. I wanted to stick with AMD, but... When I was putting together this build a couple months ago, I was like, where am I going to get the best streaming performance? And unfortunately, right now, it's still Team NVIDIA. I wanted to be all AMD, but their streaming codec is just not up to par yet. My card is in the rain. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just AMD instead of NVIDIA. I mean, I fixed the issue with lags on mono packs by switching from Glacier Sork to Drain Life Necro. Sure, but having to change your entire class and build just because the other one has too many, you know, pretty effects is kind of feels bad. Sure. Sure. No, and that's not a stupid question. I'm not playing. I do have a couple Polaris swords, but I'm not playing with it. I am using Smite in the build, but I'll show you what I'm using Smite for. I'm not using Smite for damage. No. It's mainly for Righteous Fury. If you you have increased attack speed, if you've hit an enemy recently with Smite, and Smite just, pretty much auto targets. Evening Babbling, how are we doing today? I'm doing just fine, Josh, over on YouTube. And then you deal additional melee fire damage if you've hit an enemy with Smite. So 20 flat damage and 20% attack speed. And then a little extra damage with Smite and the blind chance, but I mean, is whatever. I probably could have just gone for this, maybe even grabbed like some ignite chance, but like I said, we're not using Smite to really do damage. We're using Smite to proc these two buffs, and it's something I don't even have to cast. It just auto casts because I put 3 points into Winds of Justice. I don't need it to cast every second. I have just enough ignite damage, right, to get this 45% buff. I just need the enemy to be ignited. So yeah, so instead of using the Smite Sword, I'm using the I'm just using Winds of Justice to proc Smite, 75% chance each second. And then I'm using this Crystal Sword, 88% increased melee elemental damage, 11% elemental melee attack speed, right? And then a flat 40 melee damage. It has it's a double tier 6. So it has flat melee fire damage and flat melee critical strike chance. It already had health on melee hit. I sealed the damage over time for minions because I didn't want to try and Glyph of Chaos it. It was tier 1. It was just cheaper to seal it. And then I threw on Armor Shred. Then we got this bad boy, Wings of Argentus. We threw a +4 to Warpath. Exactly. The bleeds get converted to Ignite. +4 Warpath on Winds of Argentus. It gives us 123% increased melee fire damage. A nice, percent increase. Main reasons why we take it, though: 20% less damage while moving. That's just a 20% damage reduction. That's a while moving on a Warpath build. Who would have thought? You have a 20% chance to gain haste for 1 second on hit, and then +2 to fire melee attacks. We're using a Code of an Erased Sentinel. I was able to get that 110% increased damage while channeling. Sadly, I only got 8% to all res while channeling. I would have preferred more. The increased elemental damage over time, that's a whatever. But, Code of an Erased Sentinel gives us armor, gives us a +1 to our Sentinel skills, and 27% armor mitigation also applies to damage over time. That's a nice come up. Shattered Chains, just health. Ignore the void damage. It's from my Void Knight. Right? Ignore the void damage. We're using this because of the huge amount of armor, the huge amount of increased melee attack speed damage we get, and more melee damage per stack of Doom. And we proc Doom with a Siphon of Anguish. I want to get a better Siphon of Anguish, but this one's aight. Using an Oracle Amulet with some mana regen and critical strike chance just for that less damage over time. We're using Eternal Gauntlets for that armor mitigation also applies to dots. That's got melee attack speed, critical strike chance, a little bit of elemental resistance. That one's nice. I definitely am going to need a better scepter, but 35% melee attack speed is not too bad. I'd prefer... Instead of that physical damage, I would prefer either % fire damage or flat fire damage. But I got two affixes that I want. 35% melee attack speed, right? And chance to chill on hit. This is just this ring right here, yeah. Here's the thing. I do have a nice Nihilus. I have a nice Nihilus, all right? I will show you my Nihilus. The thing is, like, the last 4 build guides I put out have all used this Nihilus. All right, so here's my bleed hammers, right? This is the one we were doing 1,000 plus corruption on. I'm trying to get away from just using Nihilus all the time. But I will show you my Nihilus. All right, no negatives. T6 health slammed on there. Increase mana, increase health, increase move speed, no negatives. +2 to all skills, 19% mana regen, 11% more armor, 7% all res. Like I said, I've used this for like my last... You like that, don't you? I've used this for like my last 4 builds, so I'm trying to use something else. But you're not wrong, Glasty. You are not wrong. My Nihilus. That's the thing. There's such a wide range on Nihiluses out there, man. Like, even if you get a good slam on one, it's like, yeah, even if you get a good slam, you still got to get a nice Nihilus to go with that slam. And there's not a lot. Mine was halfway decent. Yeah, this character is old. This is my first character ever. This is Legacy. Well, true. Even if you get a nice slam, though, you, like, Nihilus is one of the few items that can give you negatives or positives, depending on how it's rolled. It's the luckiest slam you've ever seen. No. Oh, man, that's actually not half bad chance to shred fire resistance. But I'm looking for endurance. Keep current. Oh, hey, what up, Hellspawn666 over on YouTube? Do you think they'll ever bring Last Epoch to consoles? I know the devs have stated an interest in bringing it to consoles, but I think it's a low priority. I hope they do. I mean, they already got controller support. I understand there's more that goes into crafting the game than just, you know, making sure there's controller support, but I hope they do. Okay, let's go down to the loot filter. Let's add a rule, recolor. Let's make it light blue. Emphasize, we are looking for a scepter. No. Yeah, let's make it obsidian. Add a condition with affix more equal to tier 7. No, let's actually make it tier 6 because we might find some interesting ones. Melee attack speed. Hey, what up, Robo Power? Welcome back, brother. How much favor do I got now? Only 700,000 something. I don't even think I've ever purchased a prophecy on this character.
I knew you had something to ask. It would be my pleasure to satisfy your curiosity.
Sure. It's one-handed maces. We want scepters. Not unique scepters, exalted scepters. Sure, go kill that guy. I'm sure we got to get a prophecy there too. Yeah, what a bundle of... Come on. I wish they just made this whole process a little bit simpler instead of just RNG. I just wish you could be like, show me these prophecies instead of just rolling this over and over again. It's just ultimate. Like, I don't even like doing prophecies because of this. Well, this, and then sometimes I'm just like, I just want to grind monos, right? There we go. Let's look up some boots to go along with it. Sure, kill the Emperor of Corpses. Fall of the Abomination. Let's see if we can get one just for just doing what we're doing now. There we go. Go back up here and get back to it. Oh, the light mages? Yeah, they're pretty annoying. Whenever I see them, I just restart the mana. Sure. We winning. What up, Fiction?
You serious?
You serious? I see you saw my message about how I was losing my absolute mind over the fact I pulled a tier 10 ship out of a $1 Santa container I got from the battle pass.
Stand down or die.
We'll grab some juice. Be right back, chat. Oh, I started there. Wow. I've been farming this one for a while. Oh, they got Kirkle Strike Avoidance. I'm like, dude, my crits fell off a cliff.
Stand down or die. Cannot do that. Stand down or die.
Hey, what up, Afia? How's it going? I see you got around to spinning. Yeah, that was yesterday's stream, gearing up for this. I don't know if you were here for the whole stream, but you saw this, right? Oh, what? Are you saying not a lot of people are running volatile reversal on Warpath? Come on. Oh, how it looks. Oh, yeah, sure. Not sure I've seen War. Yeah. Right. Hey, what's good, Deej? Welcome back. I don't think I've seen a Sentinel build without it. Yeah, and that might be changing with the new update. Depending on what they do to Volatile Reversal. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it becoming a combo skill, but we'll see. I do like Volatile Reversal. I like the skill expression of dodging hits. I think that's the idea, that they are going to remove the 30% damage buff. Yep, I think they mean to get rid of it. Yeah, it also will probably mean more people will actually try out Sentinel. I'm just hoping, as obviously you guys know I'm a big Sentinel stan, I'm just hoping that everybody who said they'd actually play Sentinel if they didn't have to use Volatile Reversal will actually play it now. Instead of going, oh, okay, and then not play it. And then, you know, people like me who loved it were like, wait, what? This all got changed because y'all were saying... I play it and don't use it. I do think it'll make the like honestly, it'll make the class healthier. As much as it pains me to say it, because I love using Volatile Reversal, I think the reason why they're a bit timid on updating Sentinel with anything major, I feel like everything's balanced around, well, what if they take Volatile Reversal? You know what I'm saying? You managed to get a Void Knight to 300 corruption without it. There you go. But, I mean, I feel like everything in the skill tree feels just a little subpar unless you're using Volatile Reversal. And I feel like they can't really substantially buff certain skills because of fear of what happens if they use Volatile Reversal. Now, if they remove Volatile Reversal, I feel like everything can get a damage bump. Everything can be spec'd better because you're not going to have this looming threat of this. So I think I just hate the fact. I just don't know how I feel about it becoming a combo skill. Because honestly, like, even if we X'd this out, right? And we just had everything else. The cooldown, the void rifts. I mean, these right here, 30% global attack speed buff, 30% movement speed buffs. These are very good on like a Warpath build, right? Like, as is, even if I didn't take this, there would still be, you know, ton of room for this. Yeah, kind of like what they did with Anomaly. But then, I don't know, to me that's also kind of a feels bad. Now I'm having to invest points to remove the combo portion because it's there by default. But I mean, on Anomaly it was pretty like on Anomaly it's literally take this and then there you go, or the other way around, or take a point to turn it into a okay, I can live with that. Turn it into a combo skill by investing points. I like that better. We'll just have to see how it works. Think WoW's Warlock teleport thing? Yeah, sure. It's just, I don't have the best faith in EHG when it comes to balancing something that they might say is OP. Right? Because a lot of times when something's been too overpowered, I feel like they go way too far in the other direction and then it just gets gutted. So if they're coming at this as a point of, well, this is a rework because players aren't playing, let's distribute this power in a safe way, then okay, cool. But sometimes I feel like it's a knee-jerk, like the Healing Hands, right? Like, yeah, Healing Hands was overpowered, but Healing Hands now is like a husk of what it was. Seriously. And you know, and you could put something more interesting in there to get you damage. You can maybe buff up other aspects of it. But by removing that, you can then buff everything else. Yeah, like they could make it more interesting. I just don't want them to go too far in the other direction. You know, like Healing Hands. Healing Hands, they kept hyping this up. It gets introduced into the game. Obviously, the ward thing, right? The ward thing, this, if you guys didn't know, this used to convert 100% of your healing into ward. Oh, what, Healing Hands? Oh, yeah, I'll explain it to you. So, before, Healing Hands used to heal you for 100 health. Right? And Divine Barrier used to convert 100% of your healing into ward. You follow? Also, this node right here used to give you more healing effectiveness per point. I believe it was like 40%. This is kind of like an undocumented nerf. As well as, I believe, Cleric's Wrath also received, I think it used to be a 1% point. Now it's a 0.5. So they just literally went through and halved all this stuff. I feel like the damage of Healing Hands, I don't think was ever really the issue. Right? I think the issue was the ward generation. But here's the thing. Here's what happened. Ward in general got nerfed, right? You couldn't it's hard to stack ward past 10k. I mean, there's some builds out there who can do it, but like in 1.0, you used to be able to hit 100,000 ward easy spamming Healing Hands, right? But then, so they nerfed ward, which was a needed thing, but then they cut the healing and Healing Hands in half, and then they cut this down by a fifth, right? 1/5 of its original, you know, instead of 100% of your healing, now it's 20%. So then you cut the healing in half. Then something like Cleric's Hammer, this didn't get adjusted at all. So the healing, this used to be oh yeah, you can heal yourself while using melee attacks, right? When you use a direct melee attack, you can heal yourself, but because of the potential of it getting abused, we're going to only make that 65%. Well, that wasn't too bad when you're healing. You only get 65% of the healing, right? From Healing Hands with Cleric's Hammer. That was at a time when Healing Hands used to give 100 health per heal times all your healing effectiveness. Then they went and nerfed all the healing effectiveness by half, nerfed the healing in half, and then left that in place. It just... And then they nerfed ward. So, like, in terms of generating ward with this thing, not the greatest. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. Healing Hands is still good for, like, the melee damage builds that just want to, like, go out there and use Rive a whole bunch. Like, yeah, this works out fine. But I wouldn't rely on Healing Hands for healing. Even if you stacked all that healing effectiveness, I wouldn't rely on it. I would rely on it for damage with Seraph Blade. You also think they over nerfed it? I do too. I mean, I think the biggest thing everybody kept focusing on was the ward generation, but then when they went and changed ward altogether, I think it could have used some adjustments. Like, I do think this nerf right here was warranted. This 20%, maybe 25% instead of 20% healing conversion, 100% was just so overtuned. But with the ward nerf, I don't feel like this was as much of an issue. And I feel like it hurt the melee guys who were also using this as a way to get around leech or something. I'm still pissed that they did not add the chance to apply endurance to ward. I don't think that'd be as nutty anymore. Like back when you had I'm still pissed that they did not add the change to apply endurance to ward. So fill me in here, Glasty. Did endurance used to apply to ward? Well, you can hope for IQT to be bumped up a bit since they're messing with Sentinel. That's the thing, though. Like, look at Lich. Lich got nerfed into the ground and they left it. There was a talk when they nerfed ward generation that they would also apply endurance to ward. Oh, and then they never made that change. Why is my computer going nuts? What's happening? Okay. All right. Yeah, because, I mean, you could still see a bunch of builds out there that have no problem maintaining 6,000 ward. 6,000 health? 6,000 health on a character is, like, I'm not going to say unattainable, but it's... you have to spec into a ton of health to get that. And there's builds out there with the ward that they can just put a few affixes on and have 6,000 ward. Now, it's not as easy anymore. I mean, they got low HP builds and items that complement them, but no defenses to that ward generation at all. Yeah, that's kind of a tricky situation because, like, ward's still fairly strong. It's not obviously not as strong as it was. Asterisks. For example, let's use Let Exsanguinate chess piece have an additional affix that says endurance now applies to ward. Why would you ever run health? Oh gosh. That stinks, Deej. I guess it depends on how much investment you would need to put into the builds. But it enables all those low HP builds to be viable again and fun. I mean, I will admit, it's been a long time since I've run, you know, low life with Ward. But I'm pretty sure they're still viable. Not past 800 corruption. I don't know if EHG is going to care about if a build is viable past 800 corruption. They've already stated that they balance around 300 corruption. They're going to be like, oh, cool, you made it to 800 corruption. We might have to tune that. With low investment. So what builds are you thinking, Glasty? Like what comes to mind when you think of builds that go to 1000 corruption plus? Glacier Sorcerer, that's true. Barely brick a mono because everything's stunned. I mean, I definitely think there's builds out there they don't have to invest as much as others. Like my Bleed Hammers build that I push past 1,000. It's been around for ages. Same build, same stats, same everything since beta. Well, looky what we have here. Okay. Smite Hammers. Smite Hammers going past 1k corruption. You think that's still viable? I'm gonna say no. No. I mean, there might be somebody out there, but they didn't do that for low investment. Not with the changes to Smite Idols. Like Smite Hammers, better defenses than bleeds. Nah, with the changes to Smite Idols, man, like Smite Hammers is virtually dead. You barely proc any smites anymore. He goes, there's 10. Boom. Wait 2 seconds. There's 10. And if you're fighting a big mob, it's going, you know, and there's like a whole bunch, especially at higher corruption. There's a smite. It's gone. I mean, that change literally nerfed that build almost out of existence. There's probably people who still play it, but for minimal, and you got Smite Sword. So you're talking about Polaris. Right? So we're talking about Polaris. So you're saying you're using this with a hammer build and proccing Smite all the time. Okay, so let me see. It procs hammers from your casts. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm following this. So you're proccing hammers from casting Smite? With Polaris? Okay. Chat, I think I need to get my eyes checked. Chance to cast Smite on melee hit. Chance to... Maybe... Chance to cast Smite at 2 additional targets when you cast it directly. When you cast Smite directly. But, so none of that is applying. He manually casts smites while hammer spent. Okay. Okay, so you're casting hammers that are spinning around you, and then you cast Smite while the hammers are still spinning to proc even more. Okay, I'm starting to follow. I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down. So the hammers are there as supplemental smites due to the idle change. You're still directly casting Smite, but you also proc a few hammers to go, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Okay. Yeah, you'd be like, if he's trying to do any sort, I don't think it's worth it to stack throwing attack speed and cast speed at the same time, but it's fun. Good for you, man. I mean, it does sound interesting. It does sound interesting in a way to, because, you know, essentially Smite Hammers has been kind of doo-doo for a while. since the change. So it sounds like another way to keep proccing smites. So Glassy, you're saying that's pushing 1,000 corruption plus, and all you got to do is invest some health into it? I mean, it's starting to sound like I need to check out this build, chat. HP and spell damage if you're not wrong. Been a while since you played it. Yeah, but Paladin got introduced in 1.1. So if you've played it with the Smite Idol changes. Glassy, do you have a planner? I'm going to tell the bot not to Okay. How do you make a planner, though? Here, let me show you real quick. Thank you so much for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I really appreciate it. All right, so here we are at Last Epoch Tools. This is a completely free site to use. All right, so if we go over to my builds, you can see all these builds that I have created, right? But what you're going to want to do is go over to Build Planner, and you're going to want to click on Import, right? You're going to want to type in your account name and then your character name. All right, so in this case, Family Bike, Davion, right? It's not this character, but like let's just example, boom. It pulls in the character. On the low spell damage, if he's stacking strength, you get 1 spell damage per 2 strength. I mean, at the same time, though, even with 100 strength, that's only 50 spell damage. That's the it's. But I mean, but look at this. Let's look at the Paladin tree, right? 8 points here. You can get flat spell damage while you have a shield. You can get flat spell damage while you have a shield. You can get critical multiplier with lightning skills. I mean, yeah, Glassy, if you don't mind, if you give me your account name and your character name, this by no means is asking for a password or your Steam login or anything like that. I could type it in here and we could just pull up your build right now. And Glassy, if you would rather not do this, by no means feel like you can just be like, yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot. I'm actually interested. I'm curious. Also ask for his seat. Oh God, come on. You can grab a scepter for... Okay. All right, so clearly some items have been borrowed. Using 2 of the smite idols. Characters level 90. Throwing attack speed, throwing minus mana cost. Okay, solid reigns. Fiery dragon shoes for the extra fire damage. So you kept this as fire. And you didn't use... You took some of those items to your sword. Okay. So let's look at the skills. Okay, so you took smite. All right. Healing hands. Well, okay, healing hands makes sense because you said you were direct casting smite and then you were also using it as a movement skill. Okay. But wait. Okay, wait. I am confused here. You have no melee skills. What? Just purely using it for movement. Okay. Took the hammer attack speed. And you're saying you were you pushing with that? I don't think so, but you were gearing for that and then you shifted to Sork? Oh, add to my builds. All right. We'll mess with that later. Okay, I'll have to check it out, Glassy. Also a low investment, Sork. Called Slander. Same account name. Oh, okay. And you were pushing 1,000 corruption with that? Not yet, but will soon. Okay. Okay. $700 plus. Okay. But your Lich at level 88 feels stronger DPS wise. Just got to get a couple more levels to get better survivability. I got you. The Lich appears better geared. You sold most of the items to buy it. It sounds like you got a winner, Glassy. You got both Niche and Kaiserin saying you got something on your hands. Sure. Just to be clear, the Lich is clearing 320 corruption since level 8. Okay. But when I try Aberoth, those effing ads at the start slapped me. I got you. Yeah. They're a huge skill check. But, I mean, you're level 88. Get yourself a few more levels. Tighten up a few things. Put a few points in there. Yeah, I got you. It's like I haven't looked at it, but it's sounding like Niche and Kaiserin are giving you a thumbs up. Oh, absolutely. Still level 92. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Reign of Dragons it is. Reign it in. Okay, cool.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die. Cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
If you could with it spec, you can cast auto hungering souls easy, and that would be a blast. That also sounds like something I might try, to be frank. Oh, there we go. All right. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I just had for that juicy more damage multiplier. Yeah. I just had a thought. Advent of the Erased. $35% less damage over time. Oh. Oh, the wheels are spinning, chat. Okay, so let's look at this. Oh, so 21% plus 9, 30% movement speed. This, it's a little bit lower than that. No extra health, though. Okay, let's see. Oh, 19%. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh, here we go. Not too bad. No. Oh, ooh, oh, yes. Yes. I found it, chat. It's actually less health. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. 30% less damage over time taken while you have haste. It has a chance to proc haste on itself, but we're using Wings of Argentus. Chance to gain haste for 1 second on hit. While we have haste, we get 30% less damage over time taken, man. I'm going to be sitting in that poison field. Boots are poop? What? What, you saying my boots are poop? Man, I'm offended. No percent HP? Yeah, well, percent HP doesn't roll on boots. I mean, hybrid health rolls on boots, sure. Oh, he thought my... Yeah, hybrid. But, I mean, this is a T7 health. And T7 armor. But that's not why I'm using it. I mean, if I... this is literally more health. Right? But 30% less damage over time taken. Yeah, that's a dot reduction. That's a dot reduction. That's a dot reduction. That's a dot reduction. It is certainly less movement speed, though. So I might try and work on a new pair.
I cannot do that.
Okay, well, it's good to know I got something like that in my back pocket.
I cannot do that.
Oh. Sure.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that. Stand down or die.
Yeah, let's try these out, see if we can't get anything usable. Oh, oops. Sure. Dodge rating while using evade. Gee, thanks. I'm not even gonna. Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe we'll get something useful. Whoa, hold up. When is the like this? This is a legacy character, right? Did they forget? Like, have I only done like 2 echoes here? This is like old school. This is like old school mods. What's going on? I got 5 mods going on. Hi. I can't pronounce your name over on YouTube. Hi.
Cannot do that. Stand down or die. Stand down or die. Stand down or die.
Interesting drop there. Oh my gosh, no, I can't even. I can't even bother with dodge rating increased on recent evade. Okay, sure.
I cannot do that.
Interesting. No. Actually, could be pretty interesting. It's a T7 health. Okay, let's see what I can do with this. Not much. What about this? I could do something with this. Oh, that sucked. Okay. Is this more health? A smidge. It's not worth the strength. Pump it up. Omnis. Always take Shadow Chain. Sure, why not? We'll take that too. Take. It's the whole Orbis set. $375 corruption. This should not be an issue.
Stand down or die.
Oops. Excuse me.
Cannot do that.
Oh, that's why I'm getting hurt, because I got that stupid little thing going on. Miss me. What's up? I'm over here. I'm over there. I'm over here. Later. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here for tonight. Thank you so much for being here. If you're over here on Twitch, there's only one other person streaming last Epoch, and they had a warning of may contain sexual themes. I'm not gonna send you guys there. So looked at my friends list and I saw the legendary Captain P67 is streaming. He is streaming Path of Exile too. So let's just jump in there, give him some love, say hi. This guy, I'm sure, will definitely be back on Last Epoch when the update drops. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back again tomorrow with more Paladin Fire Warpath. So if you're over here on Twitch, say hi to Captain P67 for us. Peace. YouTube, thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for rocking with me today, guys. I really appreciate it. It means a lot, man. All those likes, man, it warms my heart. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. I'll be live. All right, catch you guys later.